Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Whiskey Sour Libations and Conversations. It's your girl Dom, and I have a beautiful guest here today. Some of y'all might know her from her banter on Twitter or Facebook. It's my homegirl Tilly. What's up? Good morning, sunshine. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
I'm so excited to have you here because we talk so much online, and I feel like though we have people in common, I feel like that's how I really know you is following your tweets on Twitter, and so I just am always cracking up. Wonder who you subtweeting, and that's it. So we are. What's going on, girl? What's new?
What's up? I'm excited. I don't be subtweet. I just be talking to myself, and sometimes it be funny, and sometimes I be like, maybe I should put the phone
down. Well, this week you did put the phone down a little bit because you said you started school. So what we in school for, sis? Getting that education.
Girl, some bullshit.
Oh my God.
Well, I haven't been in college in 8 years, so this is like completely recanting just crazy things, but it's just some stuff for work. Okay. So
certifications or
it's a degree. It's boring though, so we don't have to.
Oh my God. You know, fine. We can change the subject.
Let's get to the good stuff. But I'm very proud of me. So
I'm trying to be proud of you, but you won't let me.
I'm sorry. Gloating on myself. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to gloat.
You know what? It really is. I can say that I try to be really humble. And I try to stay at that level because I never want something to be snatched away from me. So there's a difference. So like I said, you know, it's one thing to brag, but I also asked. So, and this is my show, so you kind of got to answer the question. So I'm like, what we in school for, sis? So I can hype you up so everybody can cheer you on so we can be your biggest fans.
I am getting a mass communications degree.
Ooh, okay.
I always have a blank when I do this. Okay. It's a leadership development certificate. So for what I do for work, I pretty much lead and develop and help all the people, the agents that we have in the company, and it's my job to make sure that they know what to do. So my job is paying for me to go back to school and get a higher education and higher my degree that I have already. So yeah, I'm excited. And I get to make a lot more money.
Yeah. See, when you said they paying for it, I'm like, oh,
they're paying for it. I love it.
Yes, sis. Yes, get that degree.
Let's go.
Yeah, see,
back and educated. Let's go.
The dopest thing too is like the degree that you're getting. You can pivot in a lot of different ways.
I agree.
So you could take that, you know, into entertainment, business. Yes. Girl, you could be on ESPN, hosting, you know, because you know you love to tweet about the games and all of that.
Next year I might be hosting the finals. Let's manifest that.
Right? Okay, let's pray that you know another Karen ruins her opportunity. Mm-hmm. I think they ended up suspending her, but yes.
Let's ruin it all so she can be mad at me.
Okay. And be like, oh, it's the Black Lives Matter. Or maybe you're just not that talented.
Yeah, or maybe I'm just better, you know.
Yeah, so.
More entertaining.
Speaking of sports,
don't make me cry.
Hopefully by the time that this airs, the Suns would have leveled the playing field and have won the game on Tuesday.
Yes.
Because
they beat us 3 times in a row.
How? I don't think the Bucks now I get it. Now I know that a lot of people feel like watching the Bucks is kind of boring. That's me. It's kind of like it's yes. So it's like watching the Spurs. Watching the Spurs is like boring, but they're really efficient and they have really solid players. But it's kind of boring. And I don't know what was happening. I feel like I think Giannis is a really dope player. I feel like sometimes I don't know if it's because he's so big. I just feel like he's kind of all over the place. Yeah. So that's just me though.
I don't even know any Milwaukee Bucks fans. Like it's so
me neither.
You can't even troll when they lose because I'm like, I don't have nobody to talk shit to.
Nobody. I don't.
But yeah, we need to get it together.
So. Yeah, hopefully we get it together and hopefully we win because, well, I was hoping that it was going to be the Nets and the Lakers. But clearly that's a dream deferred.
Sorry to hear that.
Bro, that's a dream deferred like a raisin in the sun. I am so
nothing against the Nets, but I fucking hate the Lakers. Sorry, when this airs.
Well, I was hoping that they would beat each other so then the Nets could beat the Lakers. So because that would be a sight to see. You know, I feel like your boy KD gets a lot of grief as it is. And I just feel like it's time, man. I'm over it.
I just feel like the decision that he made, he has to just live with that. I do like how he get on and clap back though, because they be having him fucked up. I love that part. But
do you ever have any alerts set kind of on Twitter so then you know kind of like who is in what room or anything? Okay. So I don't know if it's a way that I think you can set alerts. At least back in the day you could. That nigga has been in Spaces. And for those listening that don't know what Spaces is, if you don't have a Twitter, it is comparable to Clubhouse. And you can get in these rooms with other people. You guys can have conversations. It's literally modeled after Clubhouse. You got to raise your hand. Hopefully somebody bring you on stage. When I tell you, Katie's been hilarious in these Spaces, just going in. Like he went into a room the day before yesterday, and it was some, like, I guess some Warriors fans in there. And they were trying to say that he had a better career.
Oh, sorry, my dog.
I was like, okay.
No. She's supposed to be in the cage anyway. But anyway, sorry.
Okay, so y'all, clearly Tilly has kids.
Oh yeah.
So we might get a little kid popping in the background. That's okay. It makes it funny. It was like a room full of like a lot of Golden State fans, some verified accounts, but mainly fans, trying to tell him that he had a better career in Golden State than when he did in OKC.
Yeah.
And he's like trying to run his numbers, and we're not even like different. Right. And he was like, I was like pretty much the same player. He's like, and so this guy's like, you're telling me that you were the same player at 22 in OKC as when, so.
These are crazy. Like,
it's really crazy.
First of all, who the fuck? The funniest thing about pro athletes and us fans is like saying shit like, you suck and you whore. And it's like, these niggas are fucking professionals. They can beat everybody. Who gave us the audacity to tell these men that they fucking suck or they not good enough or how they are fucking professional players? Like,
right.
I don't know. Fans are crazy though. Sometimes I'll just be like, y'all, you know what? Girl, I couldn't imagine being a crazy stan-ass fan of a player because
does Beyonce count? I am a stan. I'm a die-hard Beyonce stan. Now because look, I enjoy basketball. It is entertainment to me, but I also can decipher what's real and what's fake. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I do enjoy social media, because when you see people get so worked up about shit, I just be like, man, my God, this is not real life. Like, chill out.
As soon as you say Beyonce, I'll be ready to fight. Girl, you know what I hate the most? Like men saying Beyonce, first of all, you are a man. Mind your man's fucking business.
But men are always in women's business. Like they always got something to say about what we doing and what we got going on. So
and it's always like unprovoked. I didn't even ask you your fucking opinion.
Right.
So shut the fuck up. We don't want to hear that. You should say that is a woman's business, like Offset. There's women's business. Let women handle their business. I don't get in there. I respect that. Instead of always having a negative ass opinion, like be quiet. You talk too fucking much.
Men, but you know, like, but that's the real though. Like I feel like men always try to say that, oh, we don't care or that don't have nothing to do with me, but they've created a space and a lane
to always
have something to say. And I'm like, but I thought you did. This ain't have nothing to do with you, sis.
I don't got nothing to say, but shut the fuck.
It ain't no but. I don't have nothing to say, period. And let's move on. Because I don't have time to be going back and forth with you about shit that you don't know.
Exactly.
Like you don't know how this works. Like I get so mad. That's why I be getting mad at white women a lot of times.
I was trying to fight somebody white granny last night. That's her.
Like, whoa. Not glossing over that. Tell us what happened.
Well, I was just starting shit. I was just mad because Phoenix lost.
Okay.
So you probably haven't seen my Facebook. That's why you don't get the joke. But yeah, I was so mad. And I was out at a bar in the hood. And it's like.
You was out at a bar in the hood.
Yeah. So.
That's not safe. Wait, was you at the Crocodile
Lounge? Always safe in the hood.
Were you at the Crocodile Lounge?
Fuck no, I don't even know what that is. I'm from the east side. I don't know what the Crocodile Lounge is.
You was at Illusions?
Illusions is for 50 people. People from the east side don't even go to the Illusions. That's a St. Louis club. I was at a bar called Culture Cafe. Shout out to Culture Cafe. It's a bar in East St. Louis. I know y'all probably like East St. Louis. It's not as bad as it sounds.
It's really, it's just a lot of vacant houses, and you don't know what might run up on you out of those vacant houses.
You ain't never fucking been on the north side. Don't do that, because the north side is just as raggedy.
You sure right. You know what you don't go? The north side. Anything past the west, I don't even like going to the fucking south side because it's always some
like Compton Heights is cool, but when you all on
Compton Heights don't even sound cool, my nigga. Like, Compton Heights does not sound cool. It does not sound safe.
It's a very nice, safe neighborhood. That's where the rich people live. That's where we stayed at on the south side, right at Russell and Compton. It's really safe right there. But now when you go past Grand and then back to Cherokee and all that shit, I want to stay over there. Them people look like they just kind of ridiculously crazy, and they be stealing this shit and breaking cars.
So for the people that are listening and watching that are not from St. Louis is broken up into, our lines are really weird. And so there's the north side, there's the west side, there's the south side. The east side is in Illinois. So East St. Louis is in Illinois. You have to cross a river to get there.
Yes, we are not from Missouri.
They're not from Missouri.
Because y'all motherfuckers, St. Louisans, always got motherfuckers saying East St. Louis want to be like St. Louis so bad. We don't. I fuck with y'all. Just give us the same respect. And it's like, yeah, I mean, and then y'all think it's East St. Louis is only fucking strip clubs. First of all, that's Brooklyn. That's not even East St. fucking Louis.
Ain't that like a suburb of East St. Louis though?
We ain't got no motherfucking suburbs.
But you know what? I'll tell you this.
Ain't no suburbs.
It's nothing in East St. Louis to respect.
Girl, get the fuck out of here. Fuck you mean?
No, I'm playing. You know what? I used to go to East St. Louis. How I would always end up there is with my church. I was in a church puppet ministry, so like that's how I would end up in East St. Louis. Like a church would like book us to come perform. I will say in college, I feel like college was like the last time I was really in East St. And my homegirl that's from like the Illinois side did a news story at the hospital. At what is it?
Huh? St. Mary's?
No, it was called Kenneth something. Kenneth Hahn. No.
That's old St. Mary's. I mean, that was the new name. That was like the St. Mary's, then it changed and then they closed.
Oh,
so, yeah.
So where is the hospital in East St. Louis? This is
we don't have one.
So if I get shot in East St. Louis, where am I? I have to go to St. Louis?
Yeah, we don't have a trauma center. It's sad. We have one in Centerville. Now Centerville is also, it's like a second municipality. If you're driving through East St. Louis,
okay,
go down a certain way. We have a hospital in, the Metro East, a couple of them. I live in Belleville, which it's fucking too many white people up here. But East St. Louis is a great, you have to experience it. It's not like I get, the numbers and shit like that, but the fucked up thing is they only kill each other. We don't kill outsiders, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all be killing kids and shooting every fucking innocent bystander.
Don't say y'all. I'm an Angelino now.
Okay, I'm sorry. The St. Louis, they kill everybody. They only kill people that they don't like in East St. Louis. You might, ain't nobody out here just killing kids and shooting up houses and shit like that. So crime happens, but it's not as bad as it sounds.
I low key, I'm not even gonna lie. I low key get a little anxiety having to come to St. Louis. No lie.
You just never know.
Parents still live in the hood, and I'm like, why? But okay. And so I remember, and that's crazy because like I remember growing up on my street, and I remember there not being a vacant house on that block. I remember when we got trees on the block. You know what I mean? And I remember it being like families and like old people like having to be in the house when the street lights came on and things like that. So, and I remember it's so vivid. And then you turn that corner now, and I'm like, Lord, what is happening? It's like it literally. My street always says, "Life for me ain't been no crystal stair." And so it's so bad. It's so bad. Like it's literally our house, the house that we used to live. So we used to live in a 2-family flat. My grandfather used to live above my grandpa, and then my mom bought the house next door. So then we moved into that house. So it's that our main house, and then my mom owns my grandfather's duplex.
Yeah.
It's this 4-plex like next door to us that has been vacant, I feel like, for 12 years now.
Wow.
There's an eyesore when you open the door because some transient has gotten into this vacant house. Girl was trying to like warm himself. Girl set the house on fire. The city still ain't tore it down. Girl, it's just a mess. So I be scared sometimes, like you be hearing rattling and you see like a possum or a cat run out some bushes.
Exactly. Oh shit.
Oh my God. Let me take my black ass in a hotel.
Exactly. Girl, did your family get offended by that if you come and they like go to a hotel?
Yes. My mom does. Like I don't think my dad really cares. Like my dad lives in Pagedale. So I probably would prefer to stay there.
Y'all police crazy.
Girl, I have to tell you a funny story about getting pulled over out there. But I think that they forget that we're on vacation. A lot of times. So it is, I don't want to be in a space where I'm uncomfortable.
I want to relax.
Where I have to feel like I have to consistently kind of like look around, or it's like, oh, I don't know if I should stay out too late. I don't know who saw me pull up today or whatever. People watch it because you have to just, and that's anywhere you have to be cognizant of that. But yeah, I think it used to really offend my mom. I would always stay at home, but now my big sister is just be like, girl, I don't care. I will stay there for like a night or two.
Yeah.
But that's as much as you're getting because I'm uncomfortable. So yeah, and that's just really what it is. Like it took my mom like 10 years to even come and visit me in LA. My dad comes often, was coming often before COVID, but I'm like, then when she came, oh, I'm saying that we're gonna stay in the Airbnb because she like my dad came and then she brought our cousin and my little sister. So it was just a whole thing. Right. But even like trying to get her just to come to see my apartment, I think she thought I lived like in the ghetto or something, or that I didn't have doors. I don't know what she thought, but it was really, it's interesting. Like my house is always clean. I don't do clutter. If it's too much of something, I just start throwing stuff away. I won't even look at it. Like paperwork, all of that. I don't do that.
Right.
So, but funny story about I got pulled over in Wellston. And I told the story on Tahir's and Patrick's podcast, Damn Internet, You Scary. And so I'm going to like, I think I was going to Dalewood. Sounds about right. So I go into Dalewood, and there's this weird way where I would cut when you turn on to like Martin Luther King from Skinker, because you can go left, it's Skinker. If you go right, it's Martin Luther King. So there's this back street by the BP on Martin Luther King and St. Charles Rock Road. So I always take that back street so I don't have to sit at the light. I see the cop car trying to hide behind this big ass uneven bush. Right. So I see him. So when I come to the stop sign, I stop. I look left, I look right, and then I turn. Why the cop car pull me over?
Of course. We say you ain't stopped.
He said I ain't stopped. And so I'm sitting here, I'm just like, okay. He said, do you know why I pulled you over? I was like, absolutely not. He's like, well, you did a roll and stop at that stop sign. Did you not see me? I said, yes, I saw you trying to hide, which is why I made a complete full stop.
Exactly.
Look left, look right. And then I kept it moving. Right. So he was just like, you didn't come to a complete stop. Give me your license and insurance. So I'm in a rental. So I'm like, okay, well, I have the rentals insurance. So it's just on the paperwork. And then I also have insurance like on my phone from my car. Right. And so he was like, it has to be in the car. And I'm like, well, I live in California. And based on the Geico commercials, like I just have to have it on my phone in the car. That is my ID. So he's like, you keep getting smart. I'm going to take you to jail. And I said, Wellston don't have no jail. Where you going to take me? This was like, look. I said, look, my uncle worked for like the city of like Wellston Pagedale. His name Craig Lovins. Like, does that help anything? Right. And he was like, no. I tell you, I just turned that corner and went right to my daddy's house, and I gave that ticket right to my uncle, and so he could throw it out. Right. I told you was wasting your time. Yeah. Girl. And that's the thing, is like Wellston don't have a police office. Like they don't have a police station. Y'all don't have a high school. So I'm still trying to figure out what high school Ben McLemore went to, because I'm like, Wellston did not have a high school. Where did he transfer to? I don't know. So I don't know. Shout out to him though. But yeah, man, St. Louis is a wild place. It is like the Wild West. I do enjoy it. I do miss the food. I miss the food a lot. But you know, we out here.
Trash. Let's talk about that.
What's trash?
Emos.
So that is this episode of Whiskey Sour Libations and Conversation. So what you're not gonna do is get up on this platform.
Oh my God. I don't like it. Have you ever had rice from the East Side? Like, I know y'all think, even like
what, the Rice House?
Yeah. I mean, just like
any Rice House? No, yeah. I actually haven't, but I would assume because of the proximity of East St. Louis and St. Louis that it would be just as good. Okay. So I want to break down the cuisine for the listeners. before we get too deep and y'all like, what? Y'all jumping all over the place. Okay, so no. St. Louis has exquisite cuisine. Like we have so much bomb food. Now, contrary to what Miss Tilly is saying, Emo's is the square beyond compare, and it is this pizza is fire. I think you just hate the cheese. A lot of people that are outsiders like you.
I'm not a fucking outsider.
I mean, you're talking like an outsider.
I'm not the only person that feels this way. Emo's it tastes like a cardboard pizza.
Okay, so listen, I come there, I'll be there for Labor Day. If I buy my ticket, or if COVID is still, that variant isn't running rampant out there like it is. Which that means it should be. So we're gonna mask up, and oh my God, this dog just farted. Like it smells terrible. It's in my mouth.
I'm sorry.
I was like, you need to go outside.
Ooh, it's refreshing,
girl. So okay, first of all, so Emo's it's locational because they're independently owned and operated. So there is a method to my Emo's madness, and I will change your life. I will change your mind. And you will only get your pizza this way. This is the main way. I only eat pork a couple of times a year.
I don't.
And this will change your mind.
I mean, listen, I'm not opposed to, like, it's not like I've ate it once and I was like, I don't like that. Like I've tried multiple times. Most people like, go to the one off the highway. What is that? Kings Highway, and what is that? 70 or
oh no, I'm not going to that one. So you have to go to the one off of, as y'all will call it, Highway 64. So you have to go off of 40 in Forest Park. Like, so it's
okay. I know where that one's at too, but I've had that. I don't like that. I don't like it.
Man, I'm telling you, I will tell you that it is very locational, and they fight over the cooks.
Yeah.
So somebody at one location, they be like, all right, come here, we're gonna pay you $20. Somebody like, nah, come over here, we're gonna pay you $25. So then they leave. But I'm telling you, it's trust me on this. But no, I've never
try it. If you ever in St. Louis, try. I mean, it's like a St. Louis thing. I get that, but
the comedians.
I like pizza. It's just so disappointing because I love pizza, but I don't like that. That shit tastes like a fucking cardboard.
Yeah, it has to be prepared a certain way. And I think if you just get in like cheese pizza or just pepperoni pizza, you will be underwhelmed. Yeah. So I think that you really do. Tone Bell took Michael Yo to Emo's when they were in town doing the show. And Michael Yo feels the same way. And I'm like, no, Tone didn't give you pizza. He didn't load it up how he was supposed to. Because he said the same thing, but I'm telling you, I have an old manager go to Emo's because she had a friend that went to SLU. And she was just like, she's like, it's not that it was bad. She's like, I just don't like the cheese. It was that Provel cheese. Mm-hmm. So it's so good to me. Oh, I in my mouth is like, oh my God. I need to go to Tavish's house because our friend's mom bought her a pizza. So I need to go get some of that pizza.
She just texted me. I'm pretty sure she's texted me like, what y'all talking about?
Oh my gosh. Because she was so excited. She's like, you have to have, I don't want to say your real name, but you got to get her on the show. I was like, I don't want to talk sports if I put Eric on here because they're going to just be ratchet. So, but no, so Emo's, we're going to do a whole vlog about it. Maybe that's what I'll start a Patreon. Y'all got to pay for that episode because it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll just go around eating and comparing our food to y'all food on the East Side. Because I don't think I've ever had rice. I don't think I've ever had rice from the East Side.
Let's do that. I guarantee you would like it. It's so good.
So is it comparable to the rice in St. Louis, or because
it's cool. First of all, it's a lot better than. It's just like better than the East Side, but it's better than like everywhere else. Like how y'all like Chinese food in St. Louis is, they do their thing. It's cool. I've had a few places, but it's nothing compared to the Rice House. our rice houses. We don't even call them. We don't even got them names. First of all, saying Chinaman is racist.
I don't say that. I don't say that. So
I'm gonna say China, but these people are
let's
not
be
from China.
straight.
I'm talking to the whole St. Louis right now.
No, it is. It really is. You know, like in this environment.
Racist.
It really is.
These people are not even from fucking China. So why are we going to the Chinaman?
Wait, why did somebody tweet saying that St. Louis Chinese food is better than the Chinese food in China?
Girl, they crazy.
Have you been to China to eat to make this a statement?
Saying shit to go viral. It be working though. I don't know. I don't need, can we even visit China? That's not a place that I would ever want to go, actually. Would you ever want to go to China?
I would solely want to go to see the Great Wall. That's it. Okay, yeah. But I'm more intrigued and interested in going to like Japan. Like I would love to go like to Tokyo. Yeah. And like shop, like, you know, hang out and see like how, because you know Asians love, like they have this crazy sensory overload, and it's weird that I'm like, y'all don't have people that have like epilepsy? Is that not a thing out here? Because I downloaded this app called Bigo, where somebody was trying to catfish me like they was Shamar Moore, but that's a story for another day. But, girl, it was the funniest thing. And I'm like, this is not Shamar Moore, but I'm also not pressed. Like, thank God I'm not pressed with shit like that.
Yeah.
But when I tell you the colors, the flashing, the bubbles that was like flying across the screen, and I'm like, this is just a space where it was like Clubhouse, but you could see people. Right. And interact with them, and then you could like make money off of this app because people could like give you like these beans. I don't fucking know. But when I said, Vernon, I can't do this app. And he was like, why not? I said, it's messing with me. Like, it's sensory overload. I feel crazy. Like, I feel like I'm gonna have a seizure or something, because it's constantly like we could be sitting here talking just like this, and it's all these things flying across the screen. In the background, it's doing something weird. I'm like, how do you turn this off? Is there no? So I deleted it.
And they're probably just used to seeing it.
They are, because I mean, you think of like when you walk down the street, at least how they view it from, you know, if you're watching like a video or a movie, and it's just like all these lights, it's like Times Square on 1,000. It's too much. It's too much. But that's where I would mainly want to go, because then even in Japan, they have like this like cherry blossom garden that I want to go to that looks really dope.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. I don't know. I just mainly kind of want to see like the Great Wall to say I did it. But outside of that, no, not at all.
I don't think I would. I can see it from the pictures. I don't ever want to go to China. It's just never been like a place like, ooh,
yeah,
cool to go there. Like, oh, China doesn't seem like a fun place to be.
You know, I think
place to be.
I think about like the air quality in both those places, because they both always wear masks for the most part. I remember it was some kid, I don't know if this man is still doing this shit, but he was selling them fresh air in a jar.
What?
Google it. I am not making this shit up. So he would go to like Canada or all these places, or like the Netherlands, and like grab this air. And he was selling air.
And they were buying air.
They were buying
like, jar air.
So and it's because their air is so bad, and you would get so many breaths.
Girl, so he just selling them empty ass jars.
Man, I tell you, I'm like, yo, like the whites be getting on my nerves, but they be honest. And I'm like, could you imagine if you sold that in like a sampler set, and it was like he was selling it to them like $80 a jar
for just a jar of
jar air. I'm gonna put the link in to the article in the description of the show. I'm not making this up.
girl, I need to go there. Maybe I'll get rich if they stupid. If they that stupid, I'm like, I might need to
Because
go.
I'm like, how? Like I would never forget the day that I heard that shit. But no, where is a place that you like? I really want to go. That you like? Well, I can't wait.
I want to go to Bora Bora, which I will actually go next year in August. So yeah, that trip is coming up. I'm so excited. I'm so excited because it's like my dream. Bora Bora is my dream vacation.
Me too. I'm gonna have to hop down on your trip, but you might be caking, so never mind.
Yeah, it's one of those trips. So you know, a little vacation, but
look, I'll be in the closet watching. I'm like,
but yes. So we are gonna do that his birth for next year. So that I cannot wait, and I'm like super excited about that. But which is really funny, and because I hate animals. Sorry to say that. Like I'm not an animal person. Sorry, I'm not a hater. I'll get back to that actually. I do have a dog. And the only reason why I got this dog because I am afraid of dogs, right? And people still to this day be like, I can't believe you got a dog. So Cameron, my oldest son, he's 15. He's really into video games. So his birthday was in February, and I was like, you want a new Xbox or you want a dog? And I know how much he loved his game. He chose the dog. I couldn't believe it. I said, you really want a dog? I couldn't believe it. So I couldn't be like, fine, I guess we can get a dog. So
I really just wanted to get you the Xbox, but
I would rather buy an Xbox than to deal with a dog. But I love my dog, so she's great. She doesn't deal with the little bitty one, but she loves me and Cameron. He runs a ticket man because but he's rough. He doesn't know how to play. Soft.
That's hilarious.
But, I got a dog, but what I'm saying, I want to go to Australia, which is very funny because this is like the most dangerous animals in the fucking world. Because I could imagine like being there and then like walking and randomly see a kangaroo. Like, I think that would be dope, but I would probably take off running. Like, oh
shit. Do you remember that video? It's a man boxing a kangaroo in like real life because
it's like his dogs. He was like trying to get his dogs. My dog would have been ate the fuck up. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Girl, you better run.
No, when I see some of the videos of things that are just out there in Australia, I'm like, and you see some many pictures, like you said, it looks beautiful. It looks like a great time. And then you see a spider that's like
exactly
the size of our heads. And it's like, some Indiana Jones. I'm like, okay, do I need a rifle? Like,
exactly.
I just
survivor skills. Shit, I ain't got none. I do. I guess when you go in survival mode, but I don't. And it's so because I'm so afraid of like even the smallest animals. Like, first of all, one of my white neighbors. I only have white neighbors. I probably should like all of my neighbors are fucking white. Shit, but. The Karen of the neighborhood, black cat. First of all, white people love cats. I don't understand what their obsession is with fucking cats. She got too many kids to have a cat. She like she's an old lonely ass lady. She got 5 kids. Why do you have a fucking cat? But anyway, she does not. She just let the fucking cat roam the neighborhood, right? And like every time I look like I got a side door, I'm like, what the fuck is that fucking black cat walking past the door? I'm not a superstitious person, but the superstition is black cats are fucking bad luck. Keep your fucking cat out of my yard. I can't stand it. And she just let it roam. Like, please take the cat. If you want to be a cat lady, that's fine, but keep the fucking cats in the house.
It's always weird how I see, like, in my complex, I would leave out and I'm like, who has a cat? Because with the old property management, I think that was the only thing you really could have was a cat. The new people, they allow dogs, and it is a shit show, literally. And but it will always be this cat that looked like the cat from Men in Black, and it oddly had a collar, and I'm like, is there Ryan's belt on it? But it was just be sitting like in the walkway that I take to get to my car, and I'm like, whose fucking cat is this? And why are y'all letting cats out like they're dogs? Like, I remember when I lived in K-Town, the city, this woman would literally have her cat on a leash and would be walking her cat. And I'm like, I've never seen this in my life in St. Louis. Like, is this normal? But I'm like, because I don't think cats move like that. Like, is that, it was really weird. I'm like, and it will always be sitting. And I'm like, because it's not supposed to be on a leash, you dumb bitch. Exactly. It's not trying to go for a walk.
Trixie, move. Sorry, dog again.
So I don't know.
Go. Because it's not closed, so she just goes back and forth. Her cage.
What kind of dog do you have?
Girl, goddamn, just. Oh my God, I can't even have this conversation. This is stupid. What kind of dog is this? One of the popular dogs. What fucking kind of girl? Hold on.
Is it a pig?
What kind of dog is this? Hell no. She a little bit. Come here, Trixie. Hey, mamas. We got a little small.
Oh, is that a
Yorkie? We got a Yorkie.
Yorkie?
Yes. Look,
yeah, I was like, that's a Yorkie, girl.
Okay, look, I'm like, I can't even think of it. I'm so having a break. Oh. Say hi, mamas.
Hi. What?
Hi, don't lick me. Oh. That's my baby.
Yeah, no, I had to get. I got Zaza some dental treats because I was like, "Oh, girl, your birth is boofing." So.
She's she's a good dog though. She listens really well. Like she was very easy to kind of train, and she it's crazy. I'm like, oh, dog's like really smart, I guess, because she's like go, she knows to go run in that cage. So sometimes she take off running, go hide under the couch or under the bed. Or in the closet. I'm like, why are you in the closet? What Chicken Man do to you now? She behind. She hides.
You make a Chicken Man seem so bad. He's really not. You have to think he's just like.
He's curious. He's not bad.
I'm like, he's just a boy. Like boys just be wanting to.
Girl, I had a boy for 10 years. Only child, and he was never nothing like this one.
Cameron. When is Chicken Man's birthday?
March 1st. They're literally 2 weeks apart. Cameron's is February the 16th and his is March 1st.
Cameron is an Aquarius. Like,
yeah, I'm really big on horoscopes, so I don't know nothing about that.
No, so Chicken Man is a Pisces. So I mean yes, they are inquisitive, but they're kind of like a little, I'm gonna say like a smidget stubborn, but I feel like he probably feels like it's his way or the highway. Like he is very, like that. Yeah, about him. Wait till he get older. He really gonna be like, oh yeah, this is my shit.
He do every day. Mama, let's go to Target. Boy, if you don't get out of my face, everything is always literally about him.
Told you.
Me. My dinosaur, Mama, I want this and I want to do, but he is very like sweet. He always be like, Mama, you look nice. Like he always noticed I changed my hair. Like, oh, you got your hair done. I like your hair. But like, like he's very, girl, he's a womanizer. He's funny. He does little shit like he'll be outside picking, like, Mom, I bought you some flowers. And it's just a little dandelion things. I'm like, give me my flowers.
Let's not put the word womanizer on him yet. We know he like women. Now let's hope that it's girl.
I'm telling you, I got some stories. And he only in kindergarten. He done had 4 girlfriends from the same class. I ain't playing, girl. I'm gonna have to show you a video. I'm pretty sure I still got the video. Girl, he is funny. He is a mess. And I just be like, bro, they gonna beat you up. They gonna jump on you in that classroom. You leave them girls alone. And I've never had this problem with Cameron. Cameron tricked me. I want another little boy so bad because Cameron was like the perfect example of a kid.
Yeah.
Like, I did my thing with this kid. I did my thing. Raised him so good. I need another one. And I'll just be like, let me tell you something.
But that's the cool thing about kids though, because every kid has like this different personality. And it's just like, oh man, like this was easy breezy. And then now you gotta be more
whatever. It's so funny too, because like we learning as a parent is hilarious. Like when your first kid, it's like you don't know what to do. You know, am I doing this right? I don't know. You're more like Cameron couldn't do kid like if we say we buy him some clothes and I'm like, then I get dirty, parent shit. You better not get those shoes though. girl, I don't even do chicken man like that, like at all. I'll be like, whatever, you want to play in the mud, fine, just come take a bath when you finish. Cameron could never do that as a kid. Like, it's so funny. Like, I raised them, you know, of course, the same morals, but just like I'm a little bit more lenient with chicken man because I was like, whatever. I'm not finna stress about that. You'll be fine. But you live and you learn. Cameron was fine, you know, you'll be fine too. So it's funny because he just do whatever. He, first of all, his appetite is horrible. He only eat like 5 things. He doesn't eat meat. He's a 5-year-old kid that don't like French fries and chicken nuggets. He doesn't eat candy.
Okay, that's good.
He doesn't eat candy. Like Halloween, when we go like trick or treat, he likes trick or treating, but he eats none of the candy. Like he just gives it all to Cameron. He don't like chocolate. Chocolate's nasty. Girl, the kid is ridiculous.
So like, what are the 5 things that he eats?
Like macaroni and cheese, and it has to be the shells. Like he don't like the actual macaroni noodles. He will not eat that. I don't know why. It looks different. He like noodles, which is funny, but it has to be the orange pack because if it's like a different brand, even though it tastes the exact fucking same.
Okay. Like, let's be real about those packs taste the same. Oh, my chicken and beef taste the same. I don't give a damn what y'all saying.
If he don't see me open the pack, he would never know. But that's not the right kind. It's up, girl. He like white rice. He'll eat that with a little sugar on top and pizza rolls. He'll eat pizza too, but he won't eat cheese pizza. He like pepperoni, but he take all the pepperonis off. But he won't.
That's a meat. So he likes.
Don't eat the pepperonis. He take them all off. Like he don't eat. If I get him a cheese pizza, he will not eat it. If I get him a pepperoni pizza, he would eat the pepperoni, but he take all of the pepperonis off the pizza and then eat it with just cheese. Great.
Maybe it's the flavor from the meat and the cheese.
I don't know what it is, but I'm like, I don't have time to deal with this.
So why do you call him Chicken Man? Because I assumed his name was Chicken Man because he loved chicken so much.
I don't know why his name Chicken Man. That was, you know how it's a baby, it's like you just give all these crazy names, right? And that one just stuck with him. He never ate chicken though. He's probably eaten chicken maybe once or twice in his whole life. And I've tried starving him. Like I've tried, and this sounds bad, but like not starving, but like I've tried like not buying like pizza, like, you know, pizza rolls or noodles. Like I've tried not buying those things to like make him not have a choice but to eat what I cook.
Right.
One time he ate bread, literally nothing but bread, but 3 days in a row. I'm like, you don't want the bread that I can't not buy bread. We have to have bread in the house. So it's like, damn, I can't buy bread. Like, I'm just like, you know what? I give up. Just eat what you like. And everybody's like, he's gonna grow out of it. When? He's 6.
Y'all, he didn't slid in.
So
wait, Chicken Man, wait, come back. So do you like any vegetables? Like, do you like collard greens, like green beans or anything? No?
I like orange.
No, she's talking about not the colors, food. Do you like, girl, he don't eat that. What kind of food you like? Tell him what you like.
I like cereal.
What else?
Pizza rolls. Pancakes.
What else you eat?
Noodles.
Macaroni. See?
Macaroni, but it gotta be the shells, right?
Yes, he don't eat the actual macaroni. He crazy. Get off that. Okay, you go. Bye. Cameo over. Yeah, like and then like I used to buy like the waffles because he liked waffles, but we haven't had them in a while because I get so frustrated. He learned his numbers, right? First, he couldn't work the microwave, so it was cool. You know, he doesn't know what number 2 is or 1. He does, but he's 6 now, so he knows his numbers. He counts in Spanish and all type of stuff like that. So I'm like, okay. I used to buy the box waffles, like the waffles in a box. So, because I could just put it in the microwave, put on 1, you know, that's easy. I got so frustrated because when he learned his numbers, he would just be up in the middle of the night just cooking shit in the fucking microwave. I threw the whole microwave in the trash. We do not still have a microwave to this day. It was like 2 years ago. I was so frustrated. Like, stop doing that. It's 4:00 in the morning. Why are you not in bed? He up making him some motherfucking pizza rolls. Baby, nah. He up because he know how to put because he can push 5 for the pizza rolls now, or push 1 for the waffles, and he all on top of the refrigerator getting the fucking syrup. Oh my god, it was horrible. So I threw away the microwave, and we still don't have one.
Lord.
That's how frustrated. It's like because it's like I was like, I didn't want to scream. I was like, you know what? I got something for you. I wake up at 4:00 in the morning, try to cook something else. You're gonna be very disappointed.
Girl, you should have put a lock on the refrigerator.
See, you know what? And I don't want to be that parent, but it's like raising boys different, girl.
Yeah, I was gonna say boys are different. I feel like the earliest I was getting up on a Saturday was probably like 7, so you could watch cartoons, Saturday morning cartoons. But I was a kid. You didn't have to tell me to go to bed because I was tired. You never had to tell me to go to bed.
Right.
You didn't have to tell me when to get up because I was just like I didn't really even remember sleeping in that much as a kid. But man, I wasn't up all night. I wasn't.
First of all, Cameron don't go to sleep at night. When I get up for work in the morning, he's still up on the game. Seriously, I have to get up for work 6:30. Like I have to clock in at 6:30. And I get up, I always peek in their room, look. Chicken Man normally sleeps in my bed. Even if I put him out and I wake up, he's there. Like I tell him, even if he doesn't fall asleep in my bed, if I wake up, he's either under me or on the foot of the bed because he doesn't want me to feel him get in the bed. So he sleep on the other side. I'm like, dude. But Cameron, I peek in, he's still in there playing fucking Fortnite. Like, dude, have you not went to sleep? He be up all night.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's summertime. So
that's true. But even during the school year, like he's got in trouble a couple times because I remember one time my computer desk is by the door now, move my space. But at first it was like back here. Like my back is turned, so I can't really see. It was like my back was turned, so I can't really see. So I gotta wake him up for school. I wake him up twice actually, but I come back, but I'm not even paying attention that he's not even at school, right? Like he didn't even. So anyway, so the school calling me like Cameron Tillman's not here. I'm like, what? Yes, he is. I'm like, did he go to school? So I go in his room. He's not in his room. Girl, I go in my cover, pull my room. I always have white comforter. I pull the comforter back. He's literally under the cover. I was so upset. Like, what are you doing here? I woke you up for school. Why are you still here? Kids crazy.
So wait, so was this during COVID or was
it? This was before COVID even was a thing. So
dang. So I feel like our schools were supposed to call if we wasn't there, or you have to call. There was like a hotline that you were supposed to call if your kid was out of school. Like when I was in high school, I don't feel like people's parents is doing that. And
well, they call me. Shit.
I'm like, why are they call? That's very. I guess
he goes to the white people's school, girl.
I did too.
You did? They didn't call you? They didn't call if you weren't at school?
No, I don't remember that. Or if they did,
every time camera's late, I'd be like, here he comes. Shit.
Yeah, no, I don't recall. I like I said, I feel like there was a line that you were supposed to call. I definitely know Mama was not calling that phone. Like, I'm pretty sure no.
Yeah, please. They call.
You should have been under my foot.
They call every time. Cameron's not at school. And I'm like, yes, he is. I sent them to school.
Has Cameron ever skipped school?
It's like 10 o'clock, huh?
Has Cameron ever skipped and got caught?
Hell no. First of all, he's not.
He's not that kid.
Yeah, no, he's not that kid. He is a great kid. I'm like, Chicken Man, I don't know what happened with him, but Cameron he's extremely
Girl, Chicken Man daddy is just says enough, okay?
You right about that. He's and he loves it. That's my boy.
Yeah, I'm like, this is on brand.
Yeah, he's a straight A student. He's extremely smart. He's not disrespectful, Aww. He doesn't even leave the house. You know, I literally have to force him to come on, go outside, you know, and he goes to school, he comes home, he does what he's supposed to do. He deserves it. He's a great kid. So I'm very, very proud of him. I cannot wait. Like just watching him grow up has been absolutely amazing. I'm excited to see what type of man he turned into, you know, like just,
oh, that's cute.
Yeah, he's so yeah.
My ass definitely had skipped school and got caught in the like weirdest way. I didn't, you know, I was a decent student. I will be honest. I was decent. There were classes that I absolutely enjoyed, and there were other things that I was like, I don't understand the purpose of this. I will never use this in life. Like chemistry. Still to this day, I hated chemistry. I'm like, why? Girl, I went to school for broadcast journalism when I went to college. When was I ever going to take a chemistry class or use that shit? So, which actually low-key kind of came back to bite me in the ass when I was making candles. Like, I make candles, I have a candle line. Exactly. So, but that's still pretty basic arithmetic. It's still pretty basic. It's easy to figure it out. But,
King! Give me a tissue. My nose is running. Sorry. I have sinus real bad. Sorry. Thank you. I'm sorry. Are you going to be able to cut this part out? Can you cut this part out?
I can cut that out. But it was just like, yeah. So I skipped school. We had senior skip day. 5505.
Oh, me too. That was us. I graduated 05. Yeah, that's cool. 5505. I remember
5505. So what had happened was our power used to go out all the time at school. All the time. I went to Parkway in the county. And so I don't know how we figured out how we was gonna skip, but whatever it was, we just skipped. And so I was with a group of friends, and my friend Gabby was driving. And we was in the loop. So we was making a left onto Skinker. Y'all, she made a left. So out here in LA, you can make a left when it's two cars that can turn left when the light turns red, because we don't have a lot of arrows. So as she makes this illegal left, the car that's coming across the light is my mom and her friend. And that's how I didn't get in trouble, because I was like, oh, the power went out at school, so they let us out early. But girl, when I tell you, I was like, oh my God, that's my mom. And we were screaming, and I'm looking at this car screaming. My mom almost T-boned us.
I would have ducked. Like, oh, my mama.
Girl, I didn't even.
It's different though. Like
my
that.
dumb ass was sitting in the front seat. Had I been in the back seat, her back windows were tinted. Okay. So I would have been good. Okay. But man, when I tell you that phone started ringing, and I was like, hey, Mom. And she was like, where are you? And I was like, oh, I'm with my friend Gabby. And she was like, why are you not in school? I was like, well, the power went out today. I'm so happy she didn't call. Like, think to call the school. Like, did the power go out? Because I just could. Man, I would have been on punishment until college started. I know her. Like, I would have been able to go to work, and then that was it. And I would have been like, I'm going to my daddy's house.
Yeah, I'm hollering.
So.
But we definitely had senior skip day 555. But I feel like that doesn't count as skipping school. The funniest thing about that is my English teacher was so petty. Like, first of all, senior skip day is supposed to be a secret from the teachers, right?
Right.
Our English teacher was so petty. She made all like, so for the entire year, we always had weekly vocabulary words. You had to write the vocabulary, and then you had to do the pronunciation. You have to do the fucking definition and a sentence. And not she don't collect none of this until the end of the year. So if you don't keep up, you're gonna be completely the fuck behind, you know. So
right.
Like I was nerdy. So I did that type of shit. Like I actually gave most of the people the template, because I just deleted all my sentences and was like, I gotta make y'all own sentences. But it really helped a lot of us, you know, a lot of people pass, because I was like, because I was one of the people that actually kept up with the, you know, the weekly vocabulary words. But she made all of that shit due on senior skip day. Like, if you missed senior skip day, you did not turn in homework. Imagine having English 7th hour, like that's your last class of the day. And you can't even like that's how petty. But I had her first hour, so me and all my friends. So we went and turned our shit in and left and went to the park. We had a horrible fight.
That sounds like so much fucking fun though. I wonder if, because I feel like it was enough people like that left. At least I believe there was a lot of us that left. But I mean, like you said, like what could you do? Like you already paid for your graduation stuff.
Exactly.
It was, man.
It's horrible. Like she was so wrong for that. I'm like, they was like, shit, we just gonna go turn our work is at 2 or 1 o'clock, go back to school. They're not finna let y'all in this. Well, they would. I mean, we went, it was East Side, so they ain't give a fuck.
We had all these doors, so it was easy to like kind of slide out and kind of slide back in if you were gonna do that. Because like, I mean, people would leave for lunch sometimes, and we weren't supposed to leave for lunch, but people would leave, and you was, including myself, we was, sneak back in, so.
Yeah, we didn't. You couldn't. I mean, I went to East Side my senior year. So it was like a new it was a new building they had added a part. From what I remember in 9th grade, I left and went to Mississippi for a couple of years, but it was like a new side, and it was, you couldn't sneak out. Well, I didn't really give a fuck about sneaking. I didn't care. I only had one class I needed, which English, so I didn't have to sneak. I just used to go. But I took co-op, so I don't know if you know what co-op is. My first hour was English. Co-op was a program for seniors where you actually got to leave school and like go to work. Like they made you work, like get a job. And guess where the fuck I worked at? Guess where they put me at?
The morgue?
Yes, bitch.
Oh, seriously?
I worked at a fucking funeral home. I was mad as I hated that lady hated me. Oh my God. I hated that job. And then I had to go because if I didn't go, I was gonna flunk, and I'm not gonna fucking get a bad grade. I'm like, I got paid for it, but it was just boring. And first of all, funeral homes use fucking typewriters. They don't even use computers. Typewrite, bitch. Then you can't make a mistake. You cannot make a mistake on a typewriter.
Yeah, it's like a weird way. Like you could kind of go over. They have like, yeah.
You have to use whiteout.
Yeah.
And then push it back. This shit's dumb, bitch. It's 2005. Why the fuck do you got a fucking typewriter? And I am like, I don't like scary movies and shit. I don't like shit like this. So one time I walked in there, it's a whole fucking open casket in the fucking hall. I hated that lady. And the funniest thing about, like, at the end of the assignment, she tells us, you got to write your own obituary. I said, oh, baby, you might as well give me an F. Bitch, oh, girl. I said, lady, I cannot wait until this fucking semester is over.
You had to do a whole semester there?
Yes. The whole first semester I had to work from August. Well, actually, I came to Eastside in like September. So, because I came late from Mississippi. So I think I came to Eastside like September or October. So from the first until
December.
Yeah, December after, December. So like Christmas break-ish, because I hated co-op so bad that the next semester I took U.S. history again and anatomy. That's how bad I did not want to fucking go back to that fucking job. I said, I'd rather stay at school and take classes. I didn't even need the fucking classes, but I'm not going to work at I'm not going back to that funeral home. I hated that job.
Why did they put you at a funeral home?
Girl, they had a I don't know. I didn't get a chance to really choose. And then my last name starts with a T, so I'm always at the bottom of the fucking list of options, like, I don't know. But the girl who worked after me, her last name was Williams, I believe. And she said she liked it. Yeah, because you're weird.
Because I am so like terrified of like you said, like if I walk in the hallway and it's open, I'm like, I
almost died. Like
I would have been like, oh, that's it. Like I would have had my parents come up there. I was like, we were drawing me from this class. Like I would have faked a heart attack.
It was horrible.
Damn.
I hated it. That's like the worst thing Eastside has ever done. So
in this co-op class, like, so was it like, oh, did you ever have to watch like them embalm anybody or do anything like that? Like, what did they have you doing? Or were you just like
I didn't have to do any of that. I had to like first of all, I was in a room by myself mostly. She'll come in there every now and again. Can you do this? Just like filing shit, like secretary type shit.
Okay.
Type of obituaries. Y'all don't want me to type these picture obituary, baby, because I don't know how to use a fucking typewriter. It's very different than typing on a computer. Like, I don't know how to do this. Girl, you gotta push and go back, and I hate it. I just was like, I'm finna go. And that's like I think I used to have to leave and be there at like 10 in the morning. You gotta be there until like a real job. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here 6 hours a fucking day every day. Yeah, pay me $5.15 for this bullshit.
Damn. Yeah, I ain't dealing with no dead body anything. Not even stepping in the door for $5.15.
I mean, it was 2005, so that was
I know, but still, nope.
Like, I guess getting a check is cool, but like, I don't need no check. I don't even fucking do nothing. I ain't got no fucking bills to pay. Girl. I don't pay our cell phone bill, but you remember cell phones back in the day? Like, call me after 9.
Call me after 9. And then I remember when Sprint got after 7, free after 7.
Yep, they were the first ones to do it.
Yeah, free after 7. Yep. Call me at 7.
Free after 7 on the weekends.
Girl, I remember my first cell phone. I had a cell phone my freshman year of high school, because my freshman year I went to Lindbergh, and it was really, really, really far out. And then that's when like the school shootings was happening, and those, you know, so you just had to be prepared. My dad wanted me to have a phone.
You and Poo Poo went to she went to the schools far away too.
Yeah. So because with the city schools, unfortunately, there's only one really, really good high school. I wasn't getting in there. So I almost went to Cardinal Ritter, and then I ended up going to Lindbergh, and then from Lindbergh, I went to Parkway North for the rest of high school. But man, I remember that first cell phone bill. I didn't understand the concept. I didn't know like how or what to do. I didn't know that I just couldn't talk on the phone. Man, that bill was like $300.
Wow.
My daddy was pissed. So pissed. Good times, man. I had that Nokia phone playing Snake.
Exactly. You remember roaming charges? Like roaming, like you go out of town, your shit roaming. It's like, it's gonna cost me $1,000 fucking dollars. Girl. Don't use the phone while it's roaming. Like, what is a roaming charge? They need more battery towers around here. Shit. Or cell phone towers, but
I remember roaming. I remember T9.
Yes. We used to cheat so much in class off those. Tests.
How was you on T9? Really?
Yeah. That's easy. First of all, T9 texting is like, it's like you didn't have to look at your phone to, you know, like we used to cheat like our U.S. history teacher. So I went to high school in Mississippi too. So our U.S. history teacher like got so hip, like, cause he was like, how did everybody pass the test? Because if we got tested, like if you surprised, we got cell phones now. So you surprised us, we texting y'all like, it's a, you know, Mr. What was my history teacher now? He was a preacher. So we called him Dr. I can't even remember his name, but he got so like, we used to like, Dr. such and such gonna give y'all a test, you know. Reverend, what the fuck was his name? It's right up to I can't remember his name, girl. But we, you know, like we telling everybody, and it's like, take a picture of the test and send it to us. Like, you know, like this is this
shit.
Is
Okay.
So he got to the point where, all right, y'all think y'all smarter than me? Now I'm giving everybody different tests. And everybody,
that's what I figured.
Take the test that we took. I'm like, what are y'all ass? Like, oh no, y'all cheat.
No, at least I wasn't doing anything like that. Like it would be some classes that I just was like, man, I hate it. But even like biology or like chemistry, I would say those were kind of some of my toughest classes, the science classes. Yeah. But man, we wasn't texting to cheat, and if I was not a part of the inner circle where the niggas was. Shit. No, because you know what? I will say this. When I was at Lindbergh, I was always in trouble for some shit that I did not do. So I was always in the principal's office. So yeah. That's why I ended up ultimately transferring too. So, because I'm like, I was like, you could check the attendance chart. I was in class.
Right.
So yeah, let's just say I had some friends that I was sick of. So I was like, I'm over this bullshit. So I left. But yeah, girl, we gotta have you back on.
Yeah.
Turn up and have a good time.
Yeah.
You know, this was fun. I enjoy doing this.
I like it. I've never done this before. So finally today I can mark on a calendar like, hey, I got to do a podcast today.
You got to do a podcast. It's like I just like having been able to have conversations with people, really get to know people on different levels and see where their head is. And I feel like it kind of, especially for me, it had become very therapeutic during COVID because I was like working every day, like going into the office and trying to avoid getting sick and dealing with people that were careless. And I was just like, I'm really going crazy and it's taking a toll. And I have been wanting to do something, you know, for a while. I had tried podcasting in different ways before, but I was just like, I can have a show where every week I have a guest and we have a dope conversation. Right. You know, over some sort of drink. You know, my drink of choice is whiskey. I had an Irish coffee this morning. Yeah. Got a made breakfast after I texted you.
I'm a cognac girl. I don't like vodka or tequila. I'm a cognac.
Okay, I can get with that. I do.
No tequila. I hate it.
No, girl, I had tequila last week when my family was in town. And when I tell you, it took days to recover. It took days to recover.
Tequila.
And they were like, well, if you drink, I said, well, y'all was getting tequila shots. So we're at a Mexican restaurant. What do we look like getting whiskey shots? We got tequila shots and they just kept them coming. And then we ended up going out. And I was just like, fine, fuck it. Like, just give me something weird. Yeah. Like, give me a margarita or something of this. So I'm just like, I was over it. But
yeah, I like margaritas, but like, I can't drink a lot of it. And then, like, first of all, tequila makes me very fucking angry. I'll be ready to fight. So the last time I drank tequila, I promise I haven't drank it. The last time I drank tequila, I woke up in jail. Like, and I just looked around like, yep. Laugh. Well, I couldn't even be mad. Like, that's I don't drink that shit. I'll be ready to fight somebody granny for real. Like,
so how you just wake up in jail?
I just clowned and act a complete fucking ass. And I was like, yeah, this is about right.
Damn, girl. No,
So I don't drink that. I haven't drank it since. Jail is not fun, first of all.
Trust me, I know. I've been in jail.
I don't want to go to jail. I was in there with all the wrong people, first of all.
And that's the thing. It's just like, so y'all don't have stuff for like a sale for people that it's just like minor things. I gotta be here with drug dealers.
Oh my God. Crackheads.
Yep.
Some girl was in there. Her baby daddy had a domestic thing and she gave him the bond money to go get her bond money. He never fucking came back to get her.
Of course he did.
And it was another fucking crackhead. And actually, I don't even think she was a crackhead, but she was like a drunk. Like, I knew the lady because I've seen her around the city before. She and her arguing with another crackhead. And she like, because first of all, you know, you got to see the judge before they let you go and let, you know, bond out or whatever. So she like, because we don't got to go to court. We don't got to go to court. I get booty hole but naked in this one. When I say she took off all her clothes, I was like, please come in there.
Like, Jesus, take the wheel. Get me up out of here.
I swear to God, he set me on the male side. I said, please come and get me out of this. I didn't even do nothing. I just got drunk. Shit.
And I woke up and I was here.
Huh?
Yeah, I woke up and I was here.
Yes,
what's the last thing you remember? What's the last thing you remember?
Oh, when I was fighting? I went out to the tequila night. Girl, I did throw a lamp. I remember throwing a lamp at a truck. Yeah, it was bad.
Where were you?
Lamp out of the house. Oh, that was a toxic time with Tilly. Like, oh my God, my life used to be like after college, you know what I'm saying? Like 21, 22-ish. Oh, toxic. That was the worst. I mean, that was the best, but toxic, very toxic time of my life. That was horrible. So yeah, I threw a lamp. Like I remember coming out the house. The lamp. It was crazy.
It was just like at random, or you were
no
with somebody? Because I'm
yeah,
like,
but I was on board. Like it was, I was complete. I was drinking fucking tequila. That shit had me mad for no reason. I mean, of course, it was like a reason to be upset, but it wasn't like I did the most. And so, I'm like, yeah.
No, I think about that time I moved out here at 22, so I don't think. It would just be times where shit would happen. I do remember getting roofied in St. Louis. That's the one time that happened.
Ooh.
I had a couple friends get roofied in St. Louis, but I remember those nights of like thinking you was the shit and drinking vodka, and you just became like mad aggressive. And I'm just like, and people ask me now, I was like, I'm not in college anymore.
Yeah,
exactly. Certain places that I'm just not trying to go back to. Exactly. And that's one of, and then it happened even with tequila. It was one night we went out, clearly pre-COVID, and my friend was like, "Oh, you kind of got aggressive with so and so," and I was like, "I did." So I had to call my homeboy and like apologize. And I was like, "I'm so sorry." I was like, "See, that's why I don't." And I told him, I said, "This is why I don't drink tequila for real, or vodka of that matter, because I don't want to be like that with anybody." And he was like, "I didn't take it personal. I just thought you was like, like I know you enough to know that there's a little liquor involved. So I didn't take it personal." And I was like, "All right, then cool." And he was like, "Why did anybody?" I'm like, "I just listen, just in case. I just want to cover my ass and apologize."
Yeah, for sure. I understand. My bad. That's all I be saying. My bad, man. But I like cognac. I like Hennessy. I like beer. Do you drink beer? I drink beer. Beer, yeah. It's funny.
It's weird.
I like Corona. Is Corona with a lime, always with the lime. It tastes funny to me without a lime, but like I like Corona with limes.
I need to. I remember I did have like a Bud Light with mine, and I was like squeezing that lime as much to get all the juice out. It was not as bad, but
Bud Light is horrible. I don't like that. That's like I would drink Bud Light, but I would never spend my money on it. Like if that's the only beer that's there, like the only option, I guess I'll drink that. I like Budweiser. Shout out to St. Louis for that. Like I like it's very fat. It's like very heavy though. It's like a lot of yeast, but it's good.
Okay, so that's what I feel like I could taste. I was like, I can really taste the yeast.
Yeah.
Where I feel like you're
Bud Light though.
Yes, I can always in any beer I can always taste the yeast. I feel like I'm supposed to be tasting the hops, so I'm just like it's a no for me.
Yeah, Budweiser is a very, very heavy beer. But Bud Light is a light beer. That's why it's called Bud Light.
Yeah, I mean,
like Bud Light Platinums, damn bitches get you fucked up.
No, even I'm not a big fan of like the strawberries, lime-maritas, all that.
I love strawberry. That's my favorite. I would literally, I could drink a straw. I don't like no other flavor. The lime-maritas are disgusting, but the strawberries, that's my drink. Like if during a week, if I'm just kind of like unwinding, I drink my shit straight out of fucking can too. Like I hate that.
No, I will have a can. I would have a glass of wine, or I would have like some whiskey neat, just drink it straight.
Yeah.
And
I don't keep alcohol in the house because I have a teenager.
Yeah, I mean, we were drinking. We was drinking on the bus in high school. We was drinking. I
don't think Cameron would ever.
Like he would.
Cameron probably would not. But if my nephews are here, they're a little bit different. I love my nephews, by the way. I am the cool, fun aunt. They never fucking want to go home when they get here. I'm like, dude, y'all been here for 4 days. Go home. But they like little daredevils, right? So Cameron is the only one that can drive. So they're all 15.
Okay.
I have a nephew that's 17, but he can't drive. So Cameron is the only one that can drive. So every time they come over, Cameron always want to show like, Mom, can I go to the store? But I let him drive, so he can drive. I got to teach him. You know, but I'm like, you think you so cool, but that's like little stuff. Like they might be like, Tilly gone. Let's take a shot of this Hennessy. And
you come over your house.
Not in my house, y'all.
No, like so. I don't know. Like when my Uncle Boo house is like the fun house, and so like that's how I learned how to drive. You know, like they would just let me drive, like not even in the car. They just like, okay, go to the store. Or I was like, can we go to the movies? I could drive. Right. And knowing I had no business really driving, but it would be so like they got comfortable enough where they would just let me go. Mind you, no license. So I'll be driving, roaming the streets of Delwood, in like North County.
Yeah, but no license. That's dangerous.
No, you know, it would be okay, you know. But I don't think we ever, and they drank, like they would drink. And I don't think I ever really drank over their house. But like I said, we would be, my homegirl would literally sneak her mama's Sky Blues and would bring them on the bus. And it would be, we would have to get up early to be on the bus because we was going to the county. Man, we was drinking them Sky Blues and we would be chill.
In the morning.
In the morning. It was like we was starting the day off. Drink. And we wouldn't be drunk. It would just be like, because it was like not like the biggest bottle, like you said, like it's the size of a beer bottle. And we would like pass it around. Everybody would get like a couple of sips off, and you would just be mellow. Because that first class will always be, you just be like, oh, like I'm still sleepy, but we would just be mellow. You would be alert, and that's it.
Oh, girl, baby, nah. Get them kids. Y'all ain't gonna get drunk at my house for the first time.
Oh no, you can't do that. So when the time come when I had kids, that probably I'll be 45.
I feel like the perfect, like even though I have children, I feel like the perfect age to have kids is about 35, 36-ish.
Okay.
I feel like at 20, you know, like being a parent is tough. Like, you know, that it's like it's hard. You don't get a break, you know, like it gets frustrating, you know, and it's like you're a kid, you know. I had kids at 20, having kids at 20, there's nothing wrong with it, of course, you know, but I just feel like waiting. I feel like 35, 36, your life is a little bit more established. You know, you know what credit is at this, you know what the fuck credit is when you're 21, 22 years old.
Right.
You're older, your credit's a little bit more established. You're a little bit further, you know, in a career that you might have wanted. You've had all the fun, you know. It's fun, it's fun. Like me and Cameron kind of grew up together. It's definitely fun. And like, now I got a 15-year-old son and your baby is like 2 months. So, but it's like, see me outside in the club at 45. That's because I went there when I was 25. Don't worry about it.
Like, don't ask me.
Don't ask me why I'm in the club. I'm 45 because at 25 years old, I had a kid to take care of. But
that's real.
That's my advice to people. When are you gonna have kids? Like I hate that question to women who already don't have kids. Like, if you don't want to have kids, that's perfectly okay. Don't rush though, because it's a lifetime responsibility.
Yeah. I think that's the huge misconception. We keep thinking, oh, it's only 18 years. I'm like, that's not how that goes. Like, you are a parent until somebody dies. Exactly. So, and that's just what it is. And you know, a lot of my friends out here, they're either late 30s or turning 40, and they just, you know, are just now having kids. Right. Or it's like, oh, we're having a second kid and I turned 40 this year, you know, things like that. So it definitely has been like an eye-opener. I would say, I feel like I get when you having kids, oddly, it's not from women, it's from men. And it happens like quite often.
There they go again.
In our business again. And I remember I was like out at a club in like Arizona. And it was this one guy that I know. And he was like having a party there or whatever. And he was just like, why aren't you married? And as if there was something wrong with me. And then I'm like looking at him, I'm like, nigga, you not married either. So what's wrong with you? Like don't come over here with that shit, because you know I'll clap right back. But I'm just like, I'm enjoying life. Like I'm still having a good time. Like I like my niece and nephews like a lot, and I like the time that I spend with them, but I like being able to give them back. So
exactly.
yeah, so I'm not fully there yet. I feel like I'm trying to prepare for when that time comes. Like I need to get back in shape and change the diet a little bit so I can kind of have a Tiana Taylor step back. But
Tiana Taylor got a little bit of money.
you're right. But
yeah, she's definitely okay. Body,
I'm like,
body. Okay.
right. So, but that's just what it is. I'm not hard pressed at the moment. Like, I just need to know the person that I'm dealing with. Like, if I'm dealing with you seriously, I'm like, I need to know that is an option because I'm not gonna waste my time with somebody if they don't want to have a kid at all. Because I know I at least want one.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
That's and I agree with that. Like that's why, especially like at our age, it's like people say what you want. Like I don't want to have more kids, right? So if you want to date me, you have to be okay with that, especially long term, because that's just what I want. I don't want to have more kids. And it's another thing, like I always seem to find men that don't have kids. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh damn,
which is like, damn. And I get it. Like I get.
I'm like shit. All I can find is men with kids, but I also
I see, and it's like I always run into the men that don't have kids, and like one of them was like, "Yeah, I want to have twins," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I don't want to talk to you anymore."
Listen, if I have twins, that's it. I'm done.
My mom is a twin. My sister has a set of twins.
Oh wow, it's
you know, Poo mama. They are, they mama, Anthony mama is or had a twin brother. She's a twin. Like
I didn't know Robin was a twin.
Yeah, she's a twin. She had a twin brother. Yeah.
Well, because sometimes what happens with twins is that it skips. So that's interesting that your sister has a set of twins.
And she's my older sister. Yeah.
Yeah, that's strange. I have dreams a lot that I do end up with twins, and I'm like, but they're not big in our family like that. Like I know I do have an uncle that was a twin, and then I had like it's like somebody like else on my dad's side, like one of my grandmothers, like siblings, like was a twin.
Right.
But girl.
Yeah, but I just feel like don't just that I make sure that expectation is there. Like I know I get who want to have a kid, but that's not what I want. I don't want to do that again. Like I love my sons. People like you should go for a girl. I never wanted a daughter. No, I don't.
Like, I got everything I want.
Facts, and it's like we okay, we good, and I don't want to do it again. Sorry. So it's like, and people like I just want one more. Well, I'm not going to do that. So don't stick around me thinking I'm going to change my mind, and then you be like, but you knew I wanted a kid. Okay, well you knew I didn't. So you should have.
Yeah, that's your fault.
Let's stop.
And I think exactly what you said. I think we're at the age where we can be really upfront. And I ask a lot of questions, and people make fun of me, but I'm like, did you wear braces? Do you have a history of high blood pressure? But those are things that you need to know. And I mean,
now, especially, like
I'm getting older in age, and then even I've had situations I have to get surgery on because I have polyps, and how they found it was because I had a cyst that like it's not that it ruptured, it started to drain. Right. And it was causing me pain. And I was like, I don't get cramps in my abdomen. I get cramps in my lower back. So this is weird. Right. So when I'm talking to, like telling my mom, like, as I'm on the way to the OBGYN to get an ultrasound, she's like, oh, well, we have a history of like this and that. And I'm like, well, nobody ever talks. So I don't fucking know. Like, how am I supposed to know?
Exactly.
What to look out for, whatnot. And so she was just like, well, yeah, just let me know what they say. And I was like, yeah, how about we have a conversation and y'all just tell me what all is going on, which I've seen in this damn bloodline, okay? Exactly. But I asked, like, and people are like, you be asking stuff like that on the first date? I'm like, not the first or the second, maybe like three, 4, like you said, because like I want to have kids. Right. Is that something that you want? I'm not gonna waste your time. Like I dated a guy, he was this fine Portuguese man, girl. he said, you break my heart twice. I said, well, you don't want kids.
Right.
And he was just really like, you should love, like he had a niece and nephew in like Portugal. I'm like, that's cool for you.
Yeah.
It don't work for me.
Right.
And that's it. Like, I want kids. And I feel like that's fair to be upfront. And it's fine if somebody's like goals don't align with y'all, like what they want out of their life. But I'm not gonna waste my time with you. Like we can fuck around a little bit, but I'm not taking you seriously at all. Just know that.
Yeah, because that's not what ultimately what I want. So I absolutely agree.
Yeah. But I thank you so much for coming to the show and having a great time. Like I said, we definitely got to do this again.
Oh,
hey.
Maybe we can do it like nighttime where we can take some shots or something.
Oh, girl, I would have took some shots this morning. It's early. Look, happy hour somewhere. So
Especially in you. It's all in LA.
I'm like, happy hour somewhere. So hey, turn it up. Why not?
I had a mimosa. I'm about to make some more.
I know. I was like, you had your little mimosa.
Yeah, I had to get.
I'm like, we can start. Maybe we can circle back after the damn game. Let's see what happened Tuesday, and then we can do like a 15-20 minute bonus episode. Yes. Okay, I'm like, I'm trying to do that. Like, you see this bullshit? I was so sick of Chris Paul losing that ball. I'm like, what is it?
And then the end of the game, that fucking turnover that Book did. He shot the three. First of all, I'm like, oh,
and then you got it back, and then you lost it. I'm just sitting here. I'm like, I
was so outdone.
I was hurt. I was hurt.
I was so upset at Book. Like, but he do that. He a sloppy player. Like, offensively, he's great, but he's a sloppy. You know, that's why that's why they need Chris on the floor, because he's very slow. But I like Cameron Payne too. And it's like our offense runs a lot slower when Chris Paul is on the floor than it does with Cameron Payne. Like, we're fast paced when Cameron Payne is on the floor running the ball. So, like, I love Chris Paul. You know, like I can't say I've always been like the hugest, best, you know, Chris Paul fan ever, but he's been around a while. So, and when we got him, I was like, that's cool. You know, like, okay, that's cool. Yeah, like we've been losing for so long.
But you know what? But I will say this. I have gone to a lot of Suns games back in the day. Like, and when I mean back in the day, I mean like a few years ago when they had the twins.
Yeah.
And even then, you know, it was a decent team, but it was just always like something was missing, and they were pretty solid and still entertaining to watch, like live.
And it's the West, like the West was dog. Like, it's hard to win in the West, you know. So
yeah, the West has always been stacked. And I feel like the West is still stacked now. Like, it's the East that's kind of like it's getting better.
Yeah,
but it's just like I feel like for a lot of people. And I'm still confused as to why Memphis is in the West. So somebody please, because I feel like anything past us, like the Mississippi, is considered the West, like should be the West. So I don't understand how they're not part of the East, but that's neither here nor there. But it'll be interesting to see how everybody like rehabs over the summer. I think it's some players that are playing for the Olympics, the team, I don't think that should be playing.
Well, that's because a lot of people didn't want to go though, so they kind of
I don't think like a lot of the top players, like I feel like a lot of the superstars shouldn't have gone, because just to get a break, because we know that they're trying to push for the season to be back on the regular schedule. And I just feel like a lot of the injuries, yes, because the season was rushed, I feel like that's how that happened. But a lot of niggas, like me and my friend Rachel always talk about this, like a lot of people need yoga. A lot of people core strength, like Anthony Davis. That nigga needs some yoga. He just all over the map. And
he's unbreakable. He's like so fragile.
You mean he unbreakable? No, girl,
I said he is breakable. He's fragile. He's so fragile. Like,
he is. I'm like, it's like Derrick Rose all over again. Shit.
Yeah.
But let's circle back around and we'll do something like that. And then
if we win this championship, I got so much shit to talk. Like, I already talk shit. And like I'm a very humble, you know what I'm saying? Like we've been losing for so long. It's like, what's the fuck the worst that can happen, you know? But it's still people that doubt this team. Like they're a great team. And it's like, only reason this, only reason that, blah, 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 shoulda, coulda, woulda. If we win, I got a lot of
but that's the thing too, is just like neither team is like super stacked. So I think
it reminds me of that Warriors the first championship the Warriors won. Even me, I was like, oh, they gonna win again. You know what I'm saying? They got lucky. Like this is all they got lucky. These boys, they not that good. You know, like they got lucky. Like that was my thing. And they went back 4 times in a fucking row. I'm like, God, these niggas is great. And now they fucking superstars. So
yeah,
it kind of reminds me of that, like just watching that dynasty grow from literally, you know, nothing. And these boys, they were great players, but they were not like, nobody knew the fuck Draymond Green was or Klay Thompson, or, you know, we know Steph because of his dad, of course, you know, like, and Davidson, even though he was really good when he played for Davidson. So we knew like him as a player, but not like as an NBA. Nobody ever expected him to be as great.
And
he
went to Davidson. It's like, who was checking for?
Who fucking checking? I mean, Davidson was a cool school. You know, they was cool.
But I think that when you figure out what your missing pieces are, like your links, and then it's like strengthening and conditioning, and so it just worked out in their favor. Yeah, and for a time,
exactly. And Steve Kerr, fuck him too. Oh, before we end, speaking of the Warriors, Steve Kerr ruined my Phoenix Suns team as a GM. He ruined our team. Traded Murray, got Steve Nash left. He ruined our entire team and fucking left and won and like made Golden State like this super fucking team. Fuck him. I have to say that because he pisses me off.
Oh
broke our team up, and then when it coached, even though it was Mark Jackson's team, kind of got lucky, but still.
Oh my God.
Why you want to? You could not GM before you broke our whole team up.
That is hilarious. That's hilarious.
Oof.
Well, tell everybody where they can find you on Twitter.
My Twitter is at Queen Latilly. It's like Queen Latifah. I kind of stole that, but Queen Latilly, Tilly is Tilly. Follow me. I am hilarious. I talk a lot of shit, and I'm cute.
Y'all don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the podcast. Follow us on IG at Whiskey Soured. And don't forget the candles are back. So please buy some candles. There's a lot of y'all coming through, snatching shit up. It is saint-angelus.com/candles. Offering free shipping at the moment. Don't try to come at me crazy when I start charging you niggas shipping, okay? I'll make sure I put the link in the bio. And that's all I got for y'all. I'll see y'all back here next week.